Have recently reconciled with your twin flame. The conversation did not happen as planned, and they see you as ish. I regret that I didn't make the move. If you haven't found this video, or at least the part one, this is part two. And we're getting into all the juicy stuff of what you need to know. So make sure you go check out part one and come back to this. Make sure you like this, save this, and repost this. Claim this down below. I reclaim my twin flame journey. And don't forget to book your readings, link in the bio, so I can help you personally on your journey. Also confirm twin flame, soulmate, like what's going on, like how's love life, all the things. Let's talk, bestie. So book in the link in the bio. Okay, so we were here. Let's go into another spread. I just want to go a little deeper. As I was sitting here and I was like, what else do you guys need to know? I feel the energy is like lighter. Do you feel like, I feel like this is a little bit lighter now that you've accepted where it is. You've accepted, okay, yes, it's a friendship at this point. I know you probably, for those of you, might be like, what the fudge? I don't like that word. But, I think it's like a basis for you guys to go deeper. You see what I'm saying? I'm hearing like sometimes we need to lower the expectation. And I don't mean for you to lower, but lower the expectation, divine feminine, of what the divine masculine can do, and just be literally very like delulu blase la la la, and then all of a sudden they're like, we should be together, I feel the connection. It's, you got to learn to put less effort is what I'm trying to say. You do so much for people, and you need to this kind of reconciliation, reset of the connection, to move out of the Bob the Builder, to move out of the like, I'm fixing this connection and I'm here actually to do me, and I know you will meet me if you meet me. And should you be too late and someone comes rolling in, well, my love, I still love you, and we can still be friendos, and that might possibly happen, to be honest, but we're not there yet. Let's see what the future holds with you two. I'm kind of curious to see what they feel, moving forward, I guess. What they feel, what's going on with them. Let's see what Spirit has to say. So you guys are definitely going to have a talk. Okay, this is not the end. They might have said, I'm with it, because they freaked out, and it was just the waves of emotions brought back the intensity of your connection, and they're just not in a place that they would want to be in. They would prefer feeling like they're winning, and right now they feel like their whole life is in shambles. So that's why they had to pull back, okay? So we got the Ace of Discs, right? When we look at the disc, it's communication, and it's in reverse. It says that now is not the time to invest financial ideas. I feel like this is them or you, and it's saying here that just financially you're building up, not spending and investing. You're getting to know what you're doing. I actually feel like it's them, actually. So financially, the divine masculine is going through it. They're going through it. And they will know what to do next. I do feel like the next 6 months will be them creating their foundation, figuring it out, because they don't have that pressure. And you are going to get your bag. So that's the opposite for you. But for them, this is the energy. Remember, twin flames, tug and pull, duality. So you got the Three of Cups. Three of Cups is socializing. You're like connecting with other people. It's, oops, card fell down. You're really just in the space of wanting to go out, talk to people. And I'm actually giving you a little bit of a warning. It's important in the twin flame to not share this journey with everyone. It's so sacred. I know this sounds really weird, but people aren't going to understand it. I was just having a conversation in a reading with one of y'all about this, and they were saying like, I just feel so alone. And it's like, I stopped actually telling my friends about my twin flame because they thought I was going crazy. Yes, that's very common because the connection feels so different. It's so cosmic, it's so connected, it's so spiritual, but yet for people who may not understand it, it's like, are you loco? Like, what are you talking about? Like, you guys have dreams. Don't even bother. It's better for you to get a reading so then you have a connection for someone who understands it, or just having a space where people can get it, right? This is something that's a good life lesson in general. Like, we don't need to share everything with people. One, two, especially on this journey, that we just learn to filter the right people. It doesn't mean that we can't connect with them. It's just there's levels to it. Anyways, so sacred, remember, it's sacred. So here we can always find something to celebrate and give it a day, right? So here's like you're celebrating your manifestations, you're quantum leaping, you're expanding. This is what's happening for both of you because you created the spiritual vacuum on their end. They're like, okay, work, gotta do work. It's gonna activate their masculine, provide, do the work, do the ish. For you, how it's going to activate is manifest. You became the oracle. You became the manifester. Abundance, wealth comes in. This is giving the Queen of Swords energy, right? Which is right on below it. You are on top of those energies right now. Your achievements, your labor, you're seeing it. Your seeds are literally growing. You are harvesting a garden. I'm seeing a farmer with a garden and it's looking beautiful. And that's you. Right? You got your little like fork there and your overalls and you're like, welcome to my garden, right? Like, it's just not that you want to be a farmer. Maybe you do. This is a sign for you. But I'm just seeing that like you're harvesting all your great accomplishments. As it says, I celebrate my own accomplishments and wins of others, right? So you're still like go do you, right? You have the friendship that's aligned. And honestly, through this friendship, they're going to feel more and more deep love for you. It's actually going to go deeper in a very grounding way because the masculine isn't feeling like I need to provide, I need to show up, I need to do this, while I'm building and I'm embarrassed, right? And for you, you're like, okay, fine, I'm going to do me. And you are so attractive with that. Let me tell you, it's so attractive. They're like, oh, I definitely want to work towards getting some of that. So it's so like backwards. You think, oh, I gotta put the effort, but really blase it, delulu, if you know, you know. So we got the Page of Swords. Page of Swords here is saying that deep curiosity to learn and find wisdom. So here you're really being a student again. For some of you, you might actually be trying to learn something new. For the Divine Masculine, they're learning about their emotional intelligence. They're learning about vulnerability. They're learning about, grounding, not running away in life of things. I feel like the Divine Masculine, the person that you reconcile, the avoidant in the relationship, they're used to running. They're used to like booking a trip or, using work as a way to avoid. And maybe you are the same, right? But you both are brought to sit down to process. And the reason why you fell so deeply in love for each other was because Spirit was teaching you what it felt like to have different layers of love, right? The expansion, the growth, the honeymoon, the breakup, all the things. And then the big open to expand your heart again. It is not for the faint of heart. It's not for the faint of heart, but through this process, you guys find a very deep foundation for your connection. You got the Two of Cups here. It says questioning the experience of disharmony. So obviously after the reconciliation, you're kind of in your thought, your heart and communication. I am seeing you communicating a little less, like you guys are communicating, but there will be times where there'll be kind of like radio silence. It makes you go into those old pasts again. Remember to ground yourself and just say, okay, this is what they said. They said they weren't able to expect that, blah, blah, blah. But there will be a shift. I feel like there will be a shift. And remember to choose you. Remember the avoidance. The best way to approach avoidant is boundaries, not criticism. Boundaries, not criticism. So here it's saying love one another, and it might be time to have different starships, which is what's going on. You guys are just meant to grow in separation. It may be that you guys are still in a physical distance close to each other, but there's just that, that spaciousness to grow and get to know your space and to know what you want. And then eventually the masculine will come to you, feminine, or vice versa. The masculine you will initiate. Right? And that to me is a good sign because it's showing that the chaser is not chasing. They're accepting the journey. You're accepting the twin flame. That is a very good sign. Universe is applauding you. They say congratulations. You are becoming your own teacher. Here it says own teacher of the cosmic oracle, following your own path. And with that, because you're both made from the same fabric, if you follow your path, if you do the healing, if you do the work, automatically you guys will find each other. Right? But if you're chasing the shadow versions of you that need a pause to heal, to focus on self, then you are controlling the journey of twin flame, and it doesn't work that way. If anything, it's going to actually push away the whole connection, right? So this reconciliation, this process where it felt like you guys were supposed to be all as kumbaya together and all the things, and then it ended up being, hey, we just need more space still. That's cool. Right? Because now you got all this beautiful time for you, and just know in the next 4 to 6 months, I feel like 4 months is coming up now at this point, at this point of the reading, you guys will solidify the connection. How exciting, right? Excited. Let's see what the Book of Answers have for you as a twin flame. Do something today that you've never done before. Paint a picture, swim in the sea in the winter, speak to a stranger on the bus, challenge your norms, and see what transpires. Now is the time to do something different, not something the same. And that is why this relationship is acting the way it is. You guys are now on a different timeline that is going to be very grounded for your relationship. I hope this helps.